Well, what's up, everybody? So today we're going to be doing Mercury in the sign of Capricorn and what happens when Mercury is in the sign of Capricorn in your horoscope. And remember, my book, Conjunctions at the Speed of Light, is out and available on lulu.com. It's a book on planetary conjunctions, on how to study them, and it includes all the way from 2 to 7 planetary conjunctions. It's almost a 300-page book, so a lot of information in there. So, Mercury in the sign of Capricorn. What is sign of Capricorn? Capricorn represents the 10th house of our horoscope. It is the original 10th house, 10th sign, meaning it's relating to status. It's relating to government. It's relating to our vocation, our career, our working ability, our workaholicness. How serious are we? Because when we go out to the government, when we deal with the government, we have to be serious. So it's a very serious sign. Okay, and then you put Mercury here, which is communication, which is about business, which is about writing, which is about your analytical skills, your thought process, your ability to comprehend things, your ability to memorize things, your ability to go out there and communicate, mainly communication. So what happens when these two energies collide? Well, Mercury here becomes very disciplined and focused about its communication. It wants to make sure that the communication that it's making, it will be regarded with high prestige, with high status. Okay, when he does not want to make any mistakes, because this sign is controlled by Saturn. Capricorn is controlled by the sign of Saturn, with the planet Saturn. So so when it's on inside the house of Saturn, he wants to make his speech disciplined. He wants to be very organized with his speech, with his words. When they talk, they want to talk about making things better, because that's the job of the government, making things better. So that's what they do. When they do, they can become communicator of the government, like the press White House secretary who comes and speaks on the behalf of the president and his agenda. That is somebody, Mercury in the sign of Capricorn. They are very, they're very serious, they're very disciplined, and they want their speech to be squeaky clean, with every word organized, or every word in their speech organized. And also, since Mercury represents education, Mercury represents, dealing with any kind of learning process, it also makes for somebody who can become like a teacher. Somebody who can become like a teacher who teaches like about history and government, like your history teacher or your US government or Indian government teacher can have this placement. They are very much interested in the affairs of the government. With this Mercury energy in Capricorn, they want to read about government. They want to write about government and what government is doing wrong, what government is doing right. Anything that deals with authority and dealing with authority, that's Mercury in Capricorn. So you can be working for a corporation, but you will not be talking about the load, like just really mundane things in the corporation. No, you want to communicate with the CEO. You want to be out there communicating what CEO is portraying to rest of his company. So you want to be out there in status. Like this Mercury looks to communicate with the status. The Mercury here wants people to look at him like, hey, I have the most important information here. And this Mercury can also make them workaholic regarding the things related to Mercury. Like if they're writing, they're going to write for long hours. They have the ability to become novelists. They have the ability to become writers and authors that may write about history, that may write about their government. Or if they write something about fiction, they will write about how government screwed this country up, and then their hero arose from the dead and fought the government and things like that, being patriot. So their ability to do that. This also, since Capricorn is represented by Saturn, they kind of both have the same energy. Like Saturn is about working long hours, about repetitive jobs, about working hard, becoming a workaholic, just all about work. This is why Saturn is known as a malefic planet. It makes you work. It makes you kick your ass in work, and it makes you just sweat your blood and tears to gain your status in life. So these guys have to write for long hours. When they write or communicate, they make sure for long hours. If the speech that I'm about to give to people, whether it's government related or not, this is just real life, because there are a lot of people who are not working for government. But when they write about speech, they'll go on it in a detail, like maybe 6 hours before they give the speech. Like, is my word correct? Am I even speaking the right grammar? Am I making any kind of mistake? They will keep at it for a long period. And so when they speak with cleanliness, their speeches are articulate, their speeches have power of status in them. So all of these things come about with Mercury in Capricorn, but always look at the depositor of Mercury, which is Saturn. So if Saturn is debilitated, you know what's going to happen? You are going to be working for long hours on this, on whatever your communication skills are, whatever your analytical things you're working on, but you will have a hard time like comprehending those things. You will have a hard time like arranging the correct grammar. You'll always keep running into mistakes. So it's important to see what the depositor is doing, where the depositor is placed, because that will be the source of Mercury's energy, because he's sitting in the house of Saturn. If I was in a house and my landlord is in a court case with the government over this house, I will be very uneasy. I will not have much sleep at night. I will be like, oh my God, I can get a notice of eviction anytime because of what my landlord did. Same thing with Mercury. It's like real life scenarios in astrological analysis. Like if Mercury's landlord, Saturn, is debilitated, Mercury's going to be like worried and always paranoid. And it's going to be like thinking, you know, am I doing anything wrong? What the hell's happening? So all of these things must be looked at. All right. So guys, this is my analysis of Mercury in the sign of Capricorn. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Mercury is placed and if it has a conjunction of Saturn or aspect of Saturn, check out the link below. Check out my books that are Astrology at the Speed of Light and Conjunctions at the Speed of Light. And when you get these books, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with Mercury in Aquarius. Bye-bye.